Okay. After blocking, gain a lot of bonus goodies. I do like blocking. Dashing Wallop is really, really strong, though. Let's go with Dashing Wallop.
Never been a finer shield.
Do I want Key or Darkness? I guess I'll go Key so I can get a reroll. I'm just glad that the Fat Shark devs seem to have learned from the whole Versus situation, and they're not announcing things like years in advance anymore. Like, they're like, okay, look, here's the Barton career, and we're all like, oh great, when's it come out? They're like, this month. And, assuming nothing bad happens, this month. I'm like, awesome. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Oh man, this is gonna be such an exciting month. Like, there's so many cool things hitting the fan this month, and I can't wait for any of them. Like, hopefully, I hope we're gonna get the announcement for the Total War Warhammer DLC this week, so we can start, like, really hyping up about that. No, I have not read the Broken Realms book yet, because I haven't got my book! They haven't even shipped my book yet, dude. Games Workshop is, like, testing my patience. Driving me crazy. I talked to one of my local hobby stores, so not a GW, but just like a regular hobby store, today, and they told me to call them tomorrow because they're expecting a shipment of some books, and they might be getting a collector's edition Broken Realms. And if they get it, then I'm gonna go and buy their physical copy, and then I'm just gonna either cancel my order or do that whole thing. Palm power.
I have longed to hear the sound of your hiss, Lerny.
And like, it's so annoying because I can't even go to the Warhammer community page anymore because freaking GW's like, oh, don't come to the community page unless you want spoilers. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Why do you hurt me, GW? What did I do to deserve this? Ow. I just really want to see the trailer, to be honest. Like, I'm excited for the DLC, don't get me wrong, but like, the last trailer was so good, I'm really curious if they're going to be able to pull it off again. Okay, all the little heads are down. 2, 3. Sisyphus. Boom!
Hit the spot.
Yeah, there's a big excuse me. There's a big AOS Well, not just AOS, but there is a big Games Workshop stream this weekend, which we're definitely going to watch live as a community. Because watching the Vermintide stream was actually a lot of fun. And it went better than I thought it would go. Not that I thought it was going to be bad, but I just didn't think it was going to be super interesting to watch. But apparently everyone enjoyed it. So we'll do that again for Games Workshop.
To the top. Yes.
Are there any other famous mounts for the Lizardmen besides Grimlock, Zlak, and Zwup?
Pleasant temperature.
Let me think. So you have Crocker and Grimlock, Zwup and Tic-Tac-Toe, Zlak and Mazdamundi. Tedoeko doesn't have a mount. Chacox, no. Gorok, no. No. No, those are the only ones. But yeah, they're based off the Dinobots. So, like theoretically, but if I recall correctly, like the remaining Dinobots don't have as good of, or like don't have names that fit quite as well. But that's where they're taken from. And nope. Oh, come on. Well, oh, so there are characters that ride other monsters, but none of the monsters are named is the thing. So like the Skink Oracle Tenzlati, who is the Oracle of Croak, he rides a Troglodon, just like all oracles do, but his Troglodon doesn't have a name. It's just a Troglodon.
This shield's about to get a whole lot stronger. Nice and steady.
My throat is acting up today. Yeah, I kind of wish they had made it so that Tehenwan could ride a Troglodon and then have given him a named one, but like he got the Engine of the Gods, which the Engine of the Gods is very, very cool and fits him thematically and from a lore standpoint. But unfortunately, because Mazdamundi already had the name Stegodon, you know, it's just kind of a Stegodon. It's not a special one.
In the name of Hades.
For better or worse.
No thanks.
No, I don't need that, thanks.
What do we have?
Alright, Jawalalu, take care of yourself, man. Be safe out there and all that jazz. I hope we'll see you around, dude. Do dwarves build machine guns, or is that creative freedom? That was creative freedom. If Barton, and that's also kind of the whole thing with him being an outcast engineer, is the cool thing about outcast engineers, or an engineer that's not actually part of the Engineers Guild, is that they can build whatever they want without being restricted by the tenets of the Engineers Guild. Because it's worth noting that the only thing holding back Dwarven ingenuity is not that they can't invent things like the Skaven. It's that dwarf culture very much favors, or is very they're very conservative. And they're very, like, anti-innovation. So, like, inventing something like that would just get you in a lot of trouble with the Engineers Guild. Like, you would get in so much trouble. you would basically be banished and like ruined from a from like an honor perspective. But like you would be absolutely cast out of the Engineer's Guild for making something like that machine gun. So Barden, like Malachi Mackeson, has a huge advantage that he doesn't give a crap what the Engineer's Guild thinks. Yeah, that's honestly pretty correct. Anything that the Chaos Dwarves and the regular dwarves, or anything that the Chaos Dwarves and the Skaven are able to make, the dwarves could probably make something that's virtually equal in power and ability, but they don't because it would require them to innovate too quickly and would get them in a lot of trouble.
I won't forget this. Not anytime soon.
Oh look, turns out it's time for target practice once again. Start running, Zagreus.
What makes the Cold One
Didn't have
Knight
much choice.
different from the Lizardman Cold One Riders? Well, I mean, there's a lot of difference between the actual riders, but I'm assuming you mean the mounts. The difference between Lizardman Cold Ones and Dark Elf Cold Ones is that they're different subspecies. So a Lizardman Cold One is a jungle species. So they tend to be like out in the air, and they tend to be more vibrantly colored. And although there are many similarities, the Dark Elf Cold Ones.
I'll admit mistakes were made back there, so you just don't make them again next time, all right?
The Dark Elf Cold Ones are cave dwellers. They're like deep subterranean dinosaurs. That live in the depths of the beneath the mountains of Nagaroth. And because of that, they have a couple of little unique differences. Oh, thanks for the stretch, Redeem. With how they function. The most interesting is that Dark Elf Cold Ones produce like viscous, significant amounts of like this viscous slime, which has some benefits if you like lather it on yourself. If you cover yourself in Cold One slime, it will not only cause the Cold Ones to think like you're one of their own, so they won't attack you, which is how the knights are able to ride them, but it also reduces your ability to feel pain. However, it comes with the downsides of that it reduces all of your sensation on your skin. And it also can have potentially damaging properties to your intelligence if you use too much of it.
They said you were headed this way. I said I'd stop you. Though, we'll see.
Cheers for the fight. Lord Uncle
Oh,
Zeus.
excuse me for a sec, guys. Hello? Oh, we're apparently having Chili's for dinner. So I had to make my order. Tell me something good, guys. What are y'all up to?
Just that I know and love. Or used to love, at least, the dear old thing. Now I quite love these shocking bolts of mine. Though I am proud you've given Aegis a good home, and bear it in my name.
Is there any mortal that could beat Beefed Up Nagash? Like a true mortal? No. What's Chili's? Chili's is a restaurant. Heretical Heretic, welcome, my dude. What's up? Well, we are playing through some Sweet Sweet Hades. We're deep in the epilogue now. We're just kind of finishing a couple little quests and stuff. But welcome, welcome. Good to see you. If you have no idea who I am Lord Master of Sotek. I am the world. I don't know if authority is the right word, but I am the leading authority. There we go. That's not officially employed by Games Workshop when it comes to Warhammer Fantasy lore. Which, if you're not familiar with Warhammer Fantasy, we would love to introduce it to you. I have a YouTube channel where I cover the lore of the Warhammer Fantasy universe, as well as play all sorts of different Warhammer-related video games and tabletop games and all that stuff. It's not a cult. Just because we're called the Red Host and we're based on a cult does not mean we are a cult. Let's get things clear. But during my off hours, so to speak, so generally later in the afternoons, like right now, I will sometimes come on Twitch by myself, because usually I co-stream. I co-stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time to play Warhammer games like Total War Warhammer, Vermintide, Chaos Bane, Warhammer Underworlds, etc. And then, but when I'm not playing Warhammer games, so nothing Warhammer related, I only stream on Twitch because I don't want it to clutter up my YouTube feed. So that's what we're doing here. We're just kind of hanging out, pretty chill, not doing a whole lot. If you have any questions about Warhammer Fantasy, oh, okay, oh, cool, awesome, awesome. Well, that makes it a lot easier.
Just a bit longer.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the Monstrous Arcanum series. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we really do need to clip that. Somebody clip that intro. Or so, maybe I think I need to like make an intro for the channel as well. That would be the professional thing to do, wouldn't it?
Luck here. Should help keep me going.
You know, I could actually act like I do this as often as I do. Lizard Man, I'm so excited for you to be going home, dude. Does your family have any big plans? Are y'all doing like dinner or anything like big or interesting?
Look who.
He's returning to Lustria? He is. Yeah, that's right. He's going back to Lustria to let the Slaawn know how everything's going. Yep. Yep. Just be aware, he may spell Lustria very differently from you. He may spell it, you know, oddly.
Time to collect.
But what he means is Lustria. Yes, yes.
is on.
I keep just neglecting my special. How long is your drive, Lizard Man?
If you seek a swift and righteous death, you fiend, you've
Hey,
come to the right
Ukrainian!
place.
What's up, man? How you doing? Nope, 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 nope. Ow! Ow! What the fudge?
Undeserving fiend, all which you think you have achieved was merely handed you.
That's very rude of you to say.
They know our victory is certain here.
Oh, nice. We interrupted him. Okay, let's... Ah, I hit the wrong one!
Goodness, why? You shall be imminently overrun, I can assure you, blackguard.
Alright. Asterius is down!
You and me, King. Foul demon! No! What depths you stoop to, fiend! Lord Poseidon, I invoke your might!
Please die. Please die. Please.
Why, you
There he goes.
fiend!
Yeah, I believe there actually is a Amazon character named Anaconda. However, like I don't know, they could really go, they could do whatever they wanted. I think with the Amazons, the Amazons are loosely detailed enough that you could really just like
for believing in
go
me, my good
crazy
Shane.
and do whatever you want, and it would be still fine. Oh, you take a train. Okay.
So you thwarted the champion of Elysium.
Just like I always do, old man.
I'm out of here. Clear.
Well, yeah. That's also, you have to remember that Amazons are from really old Games Workshop, and the further back you go for Games Workshop's lore, the more stupid it gets. And they made absolutely minimal effort back in the day, especially when it came to like character names. They were just like, oh, what would be kind of a cute name for this character? Like something like a meme or a pun or something. Every time. Every time. They kind of started to take themselves seriously as the genre, or as the setting became more and more popular. But a lot of the stupid stuff has held over. If a skink showed up to the normal Empire, what would the reaction be? They would try and kill it. If a lizard man stumbled into the Empire by itself like a skink, they would absolutely think it was some kind of demon. But you have to remember, the average member of the average like person in the Empire is so uneducated and so dumb that if they saw an elf, they would think that an elf is a demon. Based on like how alien they tend to look and like how they sound, and they're like they're just built very differently. People are dumb. People are really dumb. The only way a lizard man would not face like immediate violence in the Empire is if it appeared somewhere where, like, at the colleges of magic. If it appeared at like the colleges of magic, or as like some kind of emissary to a proper authority that is like vaguely aware of what the lizardmen are, then they would almost assuredly take it in to interrogate it or like figure out what the hell it's doing here. Oh yeah, I would love to see Creative Assembly take a whack at like the lesser known factions. That'd be great. Ow.
Tasty.
You would never see a Salon of the Empire, not unless there was something really important going on.
All set.
I mean, it wouldn't be impossible to come across a Salon of the Empire. It would just be hilariously unlikely.
Enough of this place.
Tehinawan wasn't, he was at Fester Spike, which Fester Spike is not quite, it's not within the boundaries of the Empire. It's further south in the vaults. Is where it's supposed to be. Total War Warhammer, they put it in the Grey Mountains for some reason, which was weird. But Total War Warhammer gets some of the geography a little off when they're throwing out settlements. Hey, Cowl, what's up? What do I think is the coolest lore tidbit about the Chaos Dwarves? I think my favorite lore tidbit about the Chaos Dwarves is, of all the species in Warhammer Fantasy, they are the only ones who legit created, like, a new race. Like, they created a new form of life, being the Kadai. Because a lot of people think the Kadai are just demons. Or fire elementals. But that's not true. The Kadai are actually something completely unique. Granted, they are not very stable, but they are a staggering achievement from the Chaos Dwarves to functionally create their own species. Absolutely wild. You want to see a skink and Vermintide? Me too. I would love to play a skink or a Saurus. That'd be awesome.